Hello everyone, welcome back to SketchCraft Live. Tonight we're going to be working on snake eyes. Good old snake eyes. I call it Digilights. This is where I take the Copic markers and apply sort of lighting and stuff to make it more dramatic and kind of give it a fuller painted feel. So, give me 1 second while I just sort of update everyone with the show info and we will get started here. 1 second. So 1 second. And here we go. And I'll share the links and we can get going. Share. Share. All right. And great. So I'm going to try a few little things differently on this than I normally do. I kind of messed with this for about 5 minutes before I started. So what I did, 1 second, organize here. So this is the basic Copic scanned in. I've added little glows and stuff, mostly for print. I took it to Phoenix Con. So this is sort of what the print looks like at Phoenix Con. But for the commission, I got to take it another step further. So we're going to turn all that stuff off. We'll leave the border on for now. And what I did is sort of airbrush in a basic grayscale lighting scheme. Now, if you look, there's going to be some there's some color in there, probably where there shouldn't be. There we go. What I've done first is I made a black and white. 1 second. I made a black and white gradient map. Let's go ahead and turn the vignette off. All right, we can get rid of this stuff. Now, gradient maps, I've been talking a little bit about this lately. Basically, what they do is if you come down to here, it's right down this area. There's the adjustment layer buttons. And if you click on that, you can select the gradient map. You can see something happened. Basically, it applies a gradient to the entire image, but rather than making the color go left to right or right to left or radial or diamond like a normal gradient would, gradient map reads the coloration in terms of value light to dark. So on the gradient, anything black will be this color, and anything white will be this color, and everything in between will be shades thereof. That comes in real handy when you want to get like this nifty. Let's see, this lighting scheme. This is green to brown, right? But I didn't have to airbrush this color in and blend between 3 different steps of color. All I've done is made it black and white and then applied a gradient map, and Photoshop's done the work for me. And you can come in here and adjust these to your heart's content. You can make it pure black if you wanted to. You know, you can get creative. Maybe you can put like a pop, like a pop color, right? Not to say that these things work very well. It would take some experimentation, depending on what you like. But what I've done first is I've created a black and white gradient map just to neutral the whole piece out. And what's cool is you can set it to the, not exactly a pure, and this is pure white, but if you wanted to, you could set it to like off-white, so you don't have a pure white in the background. And then what I've done is I've experimented with the kind of coloration I want to use for the background. So first I started with something kind of brownish to green, just kind of based off some Diablo concept art, which I didn't really like, but you know, that got me an idea. And then I thought maybe something a little lighter, but he's cool and he has these warm colors in him. So he's got this purplish red thing going on, and it didn't really seem to fit. And then I messed with this, which was getting a little better, a little bit of a sunset behind him. And then I moved on to this, which is sort of a mix of purple, blue, black, and it's got a little bit of this hot spot here that I can build off of in terms of a lighting scheme. With this, I don't want to add I'm not adding a big background. I'm not drawing snake eyes in a hangar with a bunch of, you know, equipment and stuff. This is really just sort of a mood coloration. So we can go ahead and delete these other gradient maps. And the gradient map for this looks like such. Black, you know, sort of a brownish gray, and then a cooler gray into the reddish, you know, brownish Tuscany colors up until this hot spot here, and then just a tad bit of this yellow. And if you slide this, you can see it sort of changes a little bit. And I'm still wary on how much of that I want right now, because I can always add in a brighter hot spot. So really quickly, like in 10 minutes, I was able to just put this together, you know, if even 10. And you know, that does a lot of the work right there. So let's see here, moving forward. This isn't really a tutorial in that I'm making this up as I go. So gradient map. And then I can duplicate that. So I will duplicate this. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn the opacity down. So what I'm doing is I'm tinting him to the background a little bit. And I might, let's set that to multiply layer. About 40%. And the reason for this is I need to go in and zero, I call it zeroing out these white highlights. I need to turn these white highlights. I see. There's going to be a little bit of work to be done here. I can just paint over that stuff. So I'm not going to sweat it. So I'll go ahead and delete that. Let's label that art. I'm going to go ahead and save this really quick as oh, I like to label with capitals. Final A. All right. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is just zero out these highlights. So I'm going to create a new layer, set it to darken, and then I'm going to grab my brush, which is just sort of a painterly brush, and I'm just going to sample. Let me make sure my opacity or my flow is set to 100%. I'm just going to sample the color sort of next to it and just go in here and paint out the white highlights. I will be honest, moving forward, I will no longer be doing it like this. Instead, when I'm done using my Copics or watercolor or whatever, and I'm ready to do white highlights, I'm going to scan it in and then do the white highlights on the final piece and come back and redo all the white highlights from scratch digitally, because zeroing this stuff out, it really doesn't, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to give it a shot because I don't think I have to do it. I think it's an unnecessary step. So the next piece I do, I'm going to try and see if I can get away with just scanning this in and popping out the highlights digitally. Because this can eat up an hour. Do, 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 do. This is the sort of stuff I try to avoid ever having to do when I'm half tired, because it'll put you right to sleep. It will. But, just gotta slug through it. It's not very fun. Oh, thank you, Israel. What's up? If you'd like to see what I'm working on, I can see you right here. I got another monitor. I'll post you a link. So I'm streaming my desktop to YouTube while I stream here. So are we all drawing tonight? We all up late drawing. Right, Johnny? Glad you got your commission, dude. That'd be one hell of a tax letter. Yeah, I try to seal those up pretty tightly, especially the overseas ones. It took my metallics guy a little longer to get back to me on this one than normal, but sometimes it happens. Yeah, dude, no problem. I appreciate the support, man. You know, this poor guy here, he bought a commission over a year ago, and actually had it done, but it got lost between the whole, you know, stuff that occurred. So, all right. Well, it was a big experiment, really, on a lot of different things. Like, I still don't know where I stand on the whole cell shade thing. You know, when I go to cons or when people see my stuff, they don't expect it from me. It's what I'm experiencing right now. Um, I definitely think in terms of like interior art, it makes total sense. Um, I just was trying to find a way to not have to spend, 12 hours every time I go to do one of these things, but there may not be any way around it, like it may just be when I do one of these, I mean, even gradient maps can only grant me so much uh, efficiency and time. I mean, I like the look. Yeah, I got some new saucy stuff coming soon. Really working on making that. I still don't feel like I've done any of those that I really like, but I appreciate it, man. I think what I really like about that piece is I like how soft some of the pencils came out, like in her face and stuff. So trying to find a way to keep that all the way through uh, is a goal. You know, it's more in line with what I was trying to do on Mosaic about 10 years back.
Hello.
Hey, one second, Brandon. Hey, Brandon joins us. I'm talking to Johnny Cook on YouNow about the Psylocke piece. He finally got it.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I had to restart my computer. It was going a little slow when I was doing the other stuff.
Did you hear anything I said, Brandon?
No, I did not.
I said I was talking to Johnny Cook on YouNow.
Oh,
He got
nice.
his Psylocke commish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Much better in person.
Brandon's sound will show up on YouTube only. He won't show up on both
Oh, yeah.
because he's in Phoenix, right?
Yes. But then, if they can't hear me, they didn't hear that answer.
Oh, right. Yeah, he's running both windows, so he's trying to figure out which one to mute.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just yeah, sorry about the delay, Joe. Yeah, well, what can I do about the delay? I know. Nothing I can do about that. It's one of those things I forget about live stream. Sometimes a delay would be pretty funny.
Right.
Did you ever join me? Did you ever like watch the live streams, Brandon, back in the day? Like,
Mm-mm. I
no.
only.
Hello.
Oh, hold on, Joey's here. Look at
Hey,
that.
Rob.
Hey, Joey, say hi to Brandon.
Hey, Brandon.
Hello.
Hey, Brandon, your volume is really low, or Joey's is really high. Someone,
Might be mine.
you might be like way high. Like Joey just shoved his face in. Hello, hello, hello.
Everybody, look at me.
But yeah,
Right.
Brandon's volume is pretty low though.
Yeah, Brandon's volume is low.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to fix it.
There's probably, I think it needs to just be closer to your mouth, probably.
I got it. If I go
That's
any.
much. That's much louder. That's
All right.
significantly louder.
All right.
So, what are you doing over there?
Spray painting.
Sounds like it.
What? Oh, that
All
was
right,
my.
guys. Yeah. Joey's the one with the dog barking and.
No, it was yeah. I'm the one with the lots of noises that happen at my house.
Yeah. So I figured since I'm doing this tedious ass nonsense here, I'd at least try to keep myself a little bit of company. What are you all working on tonight, Joey? You first.
I am working on a comic page for my gaming company. I'm inking it right now. When you were doing the last video, I was laying it out, and today I'm inking it.
And Brandon, what are you up to tonight?
Not a thing. No, I'm just kidding. Um, Working on starting the Butter Bay for Game Cave.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
sounds
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Modeling. Maya. Fun with Maya. Better you than me, dude. Better you than me.
I get to draw cars right now and a tank. So a lot of tedious stuff. Or I get to ink it right now. It's
Yeah.
drawn.
Johnny definitely says Brandon is quieter. So we'll have to figure out what your volume situation is. I think it's global settings though. So I think it's a global issue on his computer, but I'll work it out. Uh, yeah, I used to drive tanks, Joey.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me
Yeah,
the last time, except it was in text form.
yeah. They're uh, they're fun. Like a big jet ski that can run over shit.
And go like, what's the top speed? Like 60?
I've never done that. I
Oh,
think the top I ever did was like around 40. Yeah.
you got to drive one though. That sounds like
Oh
fun
yeah, for
though.
years, huh? Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Did you get to shoot it all?
Oh yeah, I've done it all. And I've busted track in the middle of the snow, and that's freezing temperatures and all that stuff. One thing I never had to do was go to war. I got out right before all that went down, so yay me. The fun
You're like,
times.
you're
Yeah,
like, oh dang it. Oh, never mind.
I know, right?
I got out just in time.
No, when I was in, we were all, I was playing video games all night, mud wrestling, in the barracks, and we had ninjas, and it's all crazy. It's all crazy times.
Was there any action you got to see?
Just stuff locally. Yeah, we had these guys that were robbing the barracks dressed as ninjas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said we had ninjas, and we really did. We had a ninja problem.
That's
For a while.
hilarious.
Yeah.
You had a ninja infestation over
Yeah,
here.
they were coming through the windows, and I used to sleep with a knife under my bed. And I had this roommate that kind of didn't live with me, but one night I don't know, him and his girlfriend got into a fight, and so I keep the key in my door so he can't get in, and so he came through the window, and I thought it was a ninja, and I stabbed him in the, it was crazy. I didn't hit the flesh, but I got his shoe pretty good. Like,
Oh, it's me, Rob.
yeah, no, for real, yeah.
Like I almost killed you,
Yeah, ninjas.
man. Just like this ninja, there was Snake Eyes coming in.
Oh, I know, right?
Storm Shadow was in the other window.
Yeah,
Isn't this the dude?
you wake up pretty spry, Rob. Like you're ready to go. You wake up and you're like
Oh,
100
you've
miles
seen
an
it,
hour.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's seen it.
It freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, I see because this past weekend I was at Phoenix Con, and so I stayed at Brandon's place, and just a nap over on the way to con, he saw me like snap out of it. And then when he woke me up, he was like, 5 feet away?
I have this cutout bar from the front room to the other room, and I
Oh,
stood behind the bar, and I was like, "Hey, Rob, wake up!" I was like, I wasn't getting closer. Like that.
Yeah.
he brings out his knife under the bed. Ah!
Yeah, well, it's not just the military. My dad had a security company, so I grew up doing security at night and stuff, so I've always
Yeah,
been one of those kind of dudes.
yeah.
Ah,
My uncle and a lot of my family were in the military, and my one of my cousins actually recently joined the Navy, so
nice.
it was like nice. So he did all his basic training, and he's gonna get ready to ship out and be on a ship for like 3 years or so.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Jaws ruined any option for the Navy for me. Like the whole Indianapolis with the sharks. And it's like, nah.
I don't want to go out in the water. It's too unpredictable in the
I'm
water.
I'm not claustrophobic, but I don't think I can handle being submerged, like down below, where I know that not trapped, but just not accessible to just be free in an area.
Yeah.
I don't think I could like that.
Well, so you guys know Johnny Cook is hanging out in the U now with us. He's an artist too up in Ed. I want to say Edmonton, in Canada. Up there
In
in Canada.
Canada?
Yeah, it's a cool dude. He bought the Psylocke commission I did recently. He commissioned that.
Oh, nice.
He's a cool guy. I have family up there. He's like, "You coming over here?" And I'm like, "I think I might. I just don't know when." But my nephew lives up there. Of course, after I took him to Disneyland, now he only wants to come down to California. So,
Yeah, I haven't been to California ever. I really wanted to come to go to California, but never been able to.
you're like by Chicago, right?
No, I'm from Iowa.
Iowa. All right.
I know the state where nothing happens, but I am perfectly fine with that. Dude, when we were in Chicago for C2E2, like we were coming back from the second day, and there was a freaking fire in the hotel we were
Hey,
staying in.
Brandon, tell him about the time at PhoenixCon. They had us all.
The
Yeah,
3 hours, 2 hours left of PhoenixCon a couple years ago, and all of a sudden, just fire alarm goes off. Just loudest fire alarm I ever heard in my life, and everyone just panicking, running out. It was Rob, I just look at Rob because I knew he was military, and he's like, just follow me, and I just followed him. We just walked out calmly while everybody's freaking out. It turns out some idiot, I don't know, microwave microwave too long or something. It caught fire in one of the chef's areas.
yeah,
Rob is no longer presenting.
yeah. What the heck?
Hmm.
I have to wait for another email, or
Yeah, I guess just cancel out and he'll re-invite us.
all right. So just hang up.
Yeah.
All right.